Alright, what is good, y'all? The Soldier bringing y'all another video, and the DNF Duel beta is about to finish. Got my homie here, Coded. We here to do a tier list for the beta. You ain't gonna say nothing? Oh my god.
That was my cue, my fault.
No, you good. But yeah, we're here to do a tier list. We're gonna be slightly talking about every character in the game that we was able to play, which is all the characters that were announced outside of the trailer that came out today for the reveal. But before we start, I think that you might agree with me on the structure. Yeah, okay. Fuck it. The bottom tier don't want to delete for me, so we're gonna ignore C tier. But just know that S and A, it is all that we are focusing on, and we can zoom this in to make it even more prevalent. So I think first off, I want to start with probably the lower characters in the game, and I would say Ranger. I think Ranger might be an A tier character. How do you feel?
I would put him there just because, like, I was thinking maybe move him to S, but I'm thinking about like a lot of the characters that can like keep up with him, but it's kind of a weird situation because while they can keep up with him, he kind of like, depending on how you maneuver him, it's kind of hard for a lot of people to get in, a lot of characters to get in. So that's the only reason I'm leaning towards like bumping him up just to like S regular.
Yeah, I know me and you've been played him quite a bit in the beta, and I feel like at certain situations, well, at least specific characters do tend to allow him to not set up his zoning as well. But I also think that maybe we could have played him a bit better. I know, like with Kunoichi, it felt like at sometimes with her throwing out shurikens, I just reliably have to spin my meter in order to keep up without getting out zone, because his regular single shots only take out one kunai at a time. So that's a bit struggle. And then once you get on top of him, he has a DP, but his DP isn't the greatest. It's like if you attack from overhead, you can hit him out of it, which that tends to be like a lot of DPs other than like Berserker, who has probably the best DP in the game. I think that maybe I might end up changing this by the end of the tier list, but I think as of right now, I want to keep him right here, like A, at least top of A, but we'll see where we put in everybody else. Next, I think I want to do Grappler. I think outside of the Infinite, I think Grappler, he has to work really hard to get in. I think a lot of these characters in this game has big ass normals, so he's like almost fighting for his life trying to get in on his opponents. He has like a pretty slow movement speed, but once he get in, like this man can really mess you up. But outside of that, I feel like that he's in a solid spot, because like once he get in, similar to like Striker, which we'll talk about a little later, that he can be a dominant force on you. But with the character where like Hitman and Vanguard and Ranger and all these characters exist, it just takes him a while to actually get going at times.
Yeah, plus a lot of the stuff he does do once he does get in, he relies a lot on gimmicks, a lot of reactable gimmicks at that. So it's not really like, if you're just patient, he's not really a scary character at all. So I was kind of thinking like I would put him at the bottom. Like if this is like the base of the tier, like I would put him at the back of this tier, honestly.
Dragon Knight. Now Dragon Knight is in a weird position for this because I haven't played a lot of Dragon Knights yet, and I saw Sonic playing her. I put her at S tier. I think she is an S tier character, but I think that her strong gimmick is that she has to have Dragon set up for her. It's pretty easy to like just hit Dragon and not let him get his pressure started, but I haven't seen like too many people actually pressure you like following up while Dragon is trying to get in for her. So I don't know how well that pressure can be set up, or like how much she can essentially run her gimmick. But when she does have Dragon out and Dragon gets going, she can be pretty oppressive, especially like with her normals where I think she has like a special that can reach like half screen, and I think she has a command grab too, if I'm not mistaken.
It's a hit grab. But I definitely agree. She definitely is a regular S tier character. Like if you can manage her, like getting her mix going, which is what she wants, like because she has a lot of normals to keep you locked down. If she can mix you up with those normals while also controlling the Dragon, which could be kind of hard to maneuver, but it is possible. It'll set up for some pretty nasty mix-up, I feel like, in the game. So I feel like her in that spot is pretty decent, to be honest.
That character, everybody memeing, Crusader. I think Crusader's strong. I don't think he's busted as a lot of people. Memes carry characters. And I think Crusader is a great character. I think he's pretty strong for the type of character he is, especially when he sets a wall. But I think that at times I think that maybe the meme is carrying him a little too hard with how impressive people think that he actually is. But we gotta remember he's a big body, he's slow, so he has like really rough startups on his normals. He does cover a lot of range, but there's a lot of characters in this game that covers pretty good range as him, like Hitman, and they're able to get the normals out a lot faster and punish him for going for things. But once he gets going, Crusader becomes a monster because he's able to put you in basically like in this loop where you're like constantly hitting his shield and he's constantly smacking you with his hammer. But like for a big body character, I think he's pretty good. I feel like most big body characters struggle a lot, but for like his type of big body, I think that he fares himself really good against the roster than like most big bodies in other games.
I think like really his only bad matchup in this game is Ranger, honestly. Like I've seen Crusader fight almost everybody, and like he has a way to like defend it. He has probably the best DP in the game. I don't even know if it is his DP because I haven't played him, but that little pillar thing he does, I'm pretty sure that's his DP, I think. It's probably one of the best ones in the game because it literally, I'm pretty sure it has like a guard point on it or something because you can't hit him at all. It's fully invincible, and it punches you so far back to the screen at a perfect distance where he wants you to, and then he just loops you again with his hammer, his projectile. Then he has like the long range projectile from the air that covers an entire portion of the screen once he throws it. Like he's a monster of a character, honestly. Like I said, Ranger is probably his only bad matchup because Ranger just stops him from doing anything, but other than that, I don't know. This character's scary.
I do want to skip ahead a little bit and put my SS tier character up there, and I'm gonna put Kunoichi. I think Kunoichi is low key in between like either best character in the game or right behind one tier character. I think that she has like really all the tools that you need. She's able to play the zoning game if she needs to. She has the teleports that allow her to get in for mix-up. She has the frog setups that which if she doesn't combo, it does put you in positions where that you really just have to respect her offense, as well as like the flame tornado. You let her get flame tornado off, either in combo to do damage to you or like full screen setup to just lock you down in the corner. That's when she becomes really scary, especially when she has the fire sigma on you. And that, if you guys didn't know, that actually improves her teleporting, and it also makes people weary because it causes an explosion. So you essentially just have to stay grounded and kind of defensive when that sigma's on you, unless you're able to get a hit. Because I believe if you get a hit, it does disappear.
I don't know if she's the best because honestly, for me personally, I think it might be a Hitman. I'll say that when we get there, but like Kunoichi's she's definitely up there as like I'd say top 2, top 3 because like you said, she has a lot of tricky mix-ups and a lot of tricky corner pressure. On top of that, she has a lot of unblockable setups and loops that she can't put you in. Also, her combo potential mid-screen is like super crazy. That also leads into mix if you do it right. So she is definitely one of the more versatile characters in the game that you can play really any type of way. But either way you play her is going to end up in the opponent getting mixed in some way, shape, or form. Like, she definitely has a lot of like kooky stuff to her kit that's kind of crazy. And I feel like a lot of people haven't even like really touched the surface of what she actually can do yet, which is one of the things to say about majority of the characters here. But still, like, she's actually like a really scary character if she gets going. And like you said, with the insignia on, that in itself, like, even if she doesn't use the teleport, it keeps her safe for a lot of the setup she does because it stays there. And like if you try to punish her, the insignia blows up and she gets a combo off of it. So she's a really crazy character with the stuff she can do right now.
Alright, next character is a character that I'm not too sure on. Well, at least I haven't had a lot of experience with. Vanguard. Vanguard, originally, my boy Zayda called me. I said the character was garbage. More so, I didn't see too many people playing the character, and when I picked him up, he felt like extremely sluggish. And it was like how he works is really weird because he can't link into everything like majority of the rest of the roster. So he can't do like light, medium, heavy. He has to do like certain links into like his specials, and it just felt like very weird and sluggish. But after seeing a few people play him today, seeing like the type of pressure that he can handle from like mid screen to a little bit further based on like some of his normals and how big his buttons are, this character's pretty scary. And then when he touches you, he takes chunks off your health.
I'd probably put him above Crusader, honestly, just because the thing with him, his normals are almost as big as Crusader's like one big hammer, but he's faster and he can convert off of literally any hit he gets, period. The only downside of his character, from what I've seen and from what I've fought, because one of my friends plays him, is he doesn't really have a really good DP. It's really like awkward because it only hits you.
It's an anti. It's basically like an anti-air.
Yeah, so like if once you knock him down, it's kind of the same situation with Ranger. Once you knock him down and get in his face, he really doesn't have a way to defend himself after that. But everything before that, realistically, you get into that point is going to be difficult for you anyways, because he's going to keep you out. He's going to chip you. He's going to break your guard, because a lot of his combos either end up in you taking hella chip damage, you taking at least 50% of your health gone, or your guard breaking and you taking that damage anyways. So this character is actually really crazy. The only downside, like I said, is just he doesn't have a good DP at all. Other than that, I think he's a pretty solid character.
Next character I got, I'm gonna do Berserker. Now, today was the first day I was playing Berserker. Surprisingly, this is like the demonic emo character that I would have thought that a lot of people would have been playing, but surprisingly not too many people played him. But from the people that I did see put the time in with him and with the things that he can do, this character's kind of nasty. I low-key want to put him at SS, but just because I haven't put a lot of time into him and also haven't seen too much of him, I do feel like that he's like a really strong character. He has like big buttons. He's like average moderate speed. He's not too slow, but he's not that fast either. But a lot of his normal covers a lot of different areas that he's able to essentially protect himself, anti-air a lot of his opponents, and keep up with even like some of the fastest characters in the game. He has probably the best DP in the game outside of maybe Crusader. It covers both sides of him and covers the entire upper portion of his body. So any form of jumping around him, that's a huge chunk of your health, because his DP does hella damage too. He also has the, I guess I want to call it like an arm mechanic, where he charges up and you see like his arm kind of like has like an electrical animation to it. And
it's kind of like an enhancement or something.
Yeah. From my understanding, I know some of his moves change. It does deplete his health when he's in it, and I feel like it increases his damage output. He also has a command grab.
He heals himself too, so it doesn't even matter if like if he's losing damage from it either. Like, he's really like a really wild kid. He doesn't really have a bad matchup at all. Like you said, he keeps up with a lot of the cast pretty well. His normals is kind of crazy, on top of the fact that a lot of them have like hitboxes that hit on both sides of the screen no matter where you're at.
Oh, yeah, that jump special.
His DP is huge, and I'm pretty sure once you enhance it, it becomes even bigger too, which is the case with a lot of his a lot of the normals have to do with his slash, or that little, I don't know if it's like blood or energy or whatever he's using, but a lot of that gets increased, so his pressure becomes insane. I know I went into a lobby earlier and I seen a player playing with him. Like, that projectile he shoots out has some crazy Oki potential to it, on top of the fact that he has a command grab, so he's really scary on knockdown too, like, which I wouldn't have expected from this character at all. Like, I would have thought he was just a straight rush down character, but nah, he actually has some mind games to him, which is actually crazy, on top of the big damage he already puts out. So yeah, he's definitely a pretty decent character. But like you said, I don't know if he's up there with the best characters, because a lot of people haven't been playing him, but you have to see about that.
Yeah, nah, his OP pressure is like really strong at him. It's a lot of times that you just essentially have to respect him, and then essentially almost any hits that he gets off of you, he has like pretty solid hit stun on majority of his moves that he can just confirm into anything. At first, like, yeah, seeing that projectile, everybody's like, it's a big projectile, covers too much of the screen. And it's like that even isn't the issue with it. Like, once he puts you in the corner and he sets it up, like, you have to block that, and then you have to guess if he's going high or low. Which I've noticed over the beta, you can actually use conversion to cancel your jump animation and do instant overheads. So like, Vix is going to be kind of crazy in this game, and to tie onto the fact that he has a command grab that he heals himself when he grabs you. This character is really scary, and I feel like that when the game fully releases, he might be considered probably one of the best characters in the game. I want to do another good character. I think Striker's up here as top 3 in the game. I think that originally everybody was saying that Striker wasn't too great because, again, she's in a game where a lot of characters have really big normals, can cover large parts of the screen, and you're thinking that how's she going to get in? But the scary thing is that once she gets in, this character's like plus on everything. She literally that dive kick being plus on block is so stupid, but essentially, like, I guess I kind of understand, since like she doesn't have like unique movement options that allows her to get in so easily. So like her getting the reward of getting in and staying in is like a very big thing for her. And I'm tired of people saying that she don't do damage, because we especially like just like an hour or so ago, we got out of a lobby of a dude using striker, and he was doing like 50% almost every touch. This character's a menace. Her only issue is that she doesn't have any zoning tools, and she kind of struggles with zoning. But the dodge mechanic, the universal dodge mechanic in the game, actually makes it not too bad when dealing with those things if you know how to use it properly.
She has probably one of the best backdashes in the game, period. And like the roll mechanic, I don't know if the roll mechanics have specific speeds for different characters, but I feel like hers is a lot faster than most characters are, honestly. So like her getting around the screen is like she's just zooming everywhere. And like Sol said, once she's in, she's in. That reverse beat, I don't know why they said, you know what, let's give her reverse beat. And on top of that, let her reverse beat from special into button, and from her meter special into regular button, bro. Her pressure is basically infinite. She's never, and on top of that, she can stop it and whiff punish you. You literally can't punish her off of anything. She's just there to mix you, make you block, take a whole bunch of chip damage, make you think you could challenge her when you really can't, and then she's taking her turn back and doing at least 50% if you know the right combo. Like, this character is actually insane for no reason at all.
Oh, we just gonna move on to the next one. And I think the next one's gonna be Inquisitor. Now, Inquisitor, I'm kind of shaky on where to. I know she's S tier. I'm kind of shaky on if she should be up above Vanguard and Berserker or below. And my issue with Inquisitor is that she has pretty solid pressure, as well as that she has like really good combos where she can confirm off of air hits. But with a lot of her pressure, there's like big gaps. So like the main thing that you see is like she has this dash mechanic where she can dash in, get a hit off you. If you're looking for that, which a lot of times it's like pretty predictable when she does it, and you can really just hit her out of it. You can grab her, you can DP on them situations. But the main thing that makes her like really scary is when she gets pinwheel out. And pinwheel is oppressive and causes so much chip damage, and she's able to act while pinwheel is active. And mind you, pinwheel is just there to force you on block, but you still have to guess when you're getting hit when you're blocking pinwheel. If she's going overhead, you have to block that standing up. If she's going low, you have to block low. That's where she really shines, as well as that she has the oil, which I believe it increases her damage when you get hit by her fire abilities, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
As well as she's able to light the ground on fire with a Molotov as well. She's able to do like set play with placing things on the screen to force you to respect her. But you can do call outs when she overextends, which is where to essentially play her game, she has to be a little bit more risky than some of the other characters in the game.
Yeah, it's definitely like, I know the big meme with her is pinwheel, and she does get like a lot of chip damage with pinwheel on top of with Molotov, with oil and all that. But the thing is, like, from what I've seen with a lot of Inquisitor players, is like once pinwheel is out, if they can't mix you or they can't get that hit, they kind of just stuck waiting for pinwheel to be over. Like, they just don't really know what to do. And the thing is too, guard cancel, you can guard cancel while she's hitting you in pinwheel, and it takes pinwheel away too. So it's like she really just kind of gets reset and kind of gets stuck. And like Sol said, like, there is a lot of gaps in her pressure that you can take advantage of. But yeah, like, I don't think she's really like a super scary character like everybody is saying she is. Like, she's definitely good, but it's a lot of things that I think is more so gimmicks than anything. And like I said, like, once you block her and you're patient against her, like, she can't really do anything that's super scary to you other than chip you out. But if she can't hit you after that, the chip doesn't really mean anything.
Finally, we have, well, some people are calling the menace of the beta. The main character everybody's like low-key been like upset about because of how ridiculous he is. My main, well, one of my mains, Hitman. Now this is what I have to say about Hitman. Hitman has, I'm not going to excuse that, he has absurdly large normals. Like, it is ridiculous how big his buttons are, whether it's his specials, his regular buttons, and how much of the screen he covers. But I feel like, in my personal opinion, Kunoichi is the better character, essentially because I feel like Kunoichi wins that matchup against him, because even though he has large normals, he doesn't have any zoning tools. And Kunoichi is able to stay out the range of his normals, which is able to force him to make mistakes and throw out those big buttons, because with him having big buttons, he does have a lot of whiff recovery, as well as majority of his buttons have a lot of startup. I'll probably say that I haven't played Crusader or too much of Vanguard, but I would say that like his fastest buttons is around the same speed as Grappler, outside of his standing punch. Majority of his buttons are like pretty slow, so like if you are a rush down character, there's not really too much he can do, especially when like I would say his DP is a little bit better than Ranger. Like his DP, essentially his DP animation is pretty similar to Ranger's, where he covers the left and right side of him from a pretty wide range, wider than Ranger's, but from the overhead view, you're easily able to jump on him and punish him. So like a lot of times strikers doing jump dive kick and I'm DPing, I'm getting hit out of that. Same thing with Kunoichi doing a teleport above you, you're getting hit out of that animation. So I would say his DP is pretty decent, but another thing is that he has to spend a pretty decent amount of meter to get a really decent amount of damage off. He's probably a heavy meter burn character, at least from the routes that I've been doing and from the routes I've been seeing a lot. I definitely think he's like top 1 or 2, but I think where the differentiation between him and Kunoichi is going to be is how well they fare against the rest of the roster. Like I feel like that Hitman, outside of maybe Kunoichi and maybe Vanguard, that I feel like Vanguard could probably compete with him, but like if a character doesn't have like extremely good zoning tools, then more than likely he does have a really fair chance of like either being like 50-50 in a set against those characters, or he might just take it. And I just don't know how well Kunoichi fares with everybody else, just because I know personally Kunoichi's DP, Coda could agree with me, is not the greatest.
It's garbage.
But everything else about the character is really solid. You want to say what you want to think about Hitman?
Hitman, bro. Why this man got me in Blockstone from round start, bro? I just don't understand it. This character literally just cancels special into special. Like, it's not as bad as Striker, where she got the reverse beat, but his specials last so long and cause a decent amount of chip. And I feel like he's one of them characters that, like, as surface is like, yeah, he's not that great, and his normals are pretty slow, and I feel like they feel a little bit weird for the character, like he is with his normals and how his normals work. But his special moves is really where this character shines, and I feel like he's one of those characters that's gonna, like, once people figure out how to use like the conversion system properly and how to benefit off of that in their own way, like, this character is gonna be actually really stupid when it comes to mix up, because his his JB is the minigun shot where he's jumping and it crosses up and stuff. Like, that move with conversion, like, if you can mix people with that, because he also has the special that pulls you in, that mixed with conversion into the cross up move. Like, this character I feel like has the most potential out of everyone on the roster. But it's just like right now in the beta, everybody's just focused on, oh, I can spam my big normal special and do whatever, and it's gonna hit eventually, you know. But I don't know, I feel like this character probably has the craziest potential in the game, honestly. Him and Kunoichi are really crazy characters if you really like dig deep into them. Striker is crazy, but it's all like, you can see why she's crazy, you know. There's nothing really hiding. She's not hiding anything. Like, she's showing you dirt in your face why she's a crazy character. But Hitman and Kunoichi, you really gonna have to work for it. But once you do, like, those two characters got a lot of potential, I feel like.
Oh yeah, definitely agree. And I think that's where we're going to go with the tier list. This is the tier list based on the beta. Let us know if you guys enjoyed the beta and who was the main characters that you played, as well as if you made a tier list, what would you change? Make sure you guys check out my boy Coded, link in the description. We're trying to get him to get on the YouTube grind, man. I appreciate you, my man, for helping. You got anything you want to say?
Dog. Hey, first of all, shout out this man Soul. This man been working his butt off. Y'all need to, if y'all not subscribed to him, subscribe to him already. Hit the like, show the video some love. Hit the like button already. Like I said, you can come over and check my channel. I am coming back. I had to take a little break. I'm coming back though. You know, next year I'll go crazy. So
yes, sir. DNF Duel come out summer 2022. Pretty sure we're gonna get some another beta and some few more characters to release. Appreciate you guys' support. We'll see y'all in the next one.